So my name is Therese Fitzgerald. I'm a sister of Our Lady of Sion. I joined the congregation just over 30 years ago, and I joined for one reason and I stayed for another reason. I joined because I was very interested in part of our constitution which speaks about a world of justice, peace and love. And in many ways, I suppose I have stayed for that reason, but I probably have entered more into another aspect of that I wasn't even aware of when I joined the congregation. It's the area of Jewish-Christian relations, and within that area, the whole area of dialogue. And another area that I wasn't probably fully cognizant of when I joined was how important the Bible is for the Sisters of Sion. So while I knew obviously the sisters prayed and they used the Bible, I have discovered a wealth and just an absolute richness in the Sisters of Sion in terms of the Bible and how we study it. So that has been a huge blessing. So has the Jewish Christian work, and obviously all of that happening within the world of justice, peace and love. So always, even within our congregation, in terms of our own conversations, we're looking at the whole area of Bible study, Jewish Christian work, but also then how does that influence social justice, how we treat other people, and just even in some ways how we treat ourselves, because we value each other, we value each person in their own individuality. And at the same time, the more the individual is valued, the more they can bring their own unique blessing to the community and to the ministry that is the ministry of the Sisters of Sion. At the moment, I'm working in Dublin, and I'm in Dublin about 4 months now. So it's all very new, and my main work has always, well, for about 15, almost 20 years, has been working as a counsellor, work that I love because I am with people as they grow and develop as human beings. And I find myself in many ways challenged by them to become more to offer them more of a quality of presence so that they can really explore their own journey. So that's been, my ministry has been a great area of blessing that has just increased in terms of, I've received so much more, I suppose, from my ministry than I have actually given to it. So that has been a very big part of my work, and also alongside that has been the involvement in Jewish-Christian relations, and obviously the huge number of opportunities to read the Bible and learn more and more about it, hearing the Word of God in new ways in my life and in the life of those around me. So since I've come back to Dublin, because I've just done some more training in Bible studies, I'm now working more in that area. So part of the work is in parishes, in pastoral ministry, supporting people in their relationship with God through the Bible, through how they read the Bible, what kind of quality of listening do they bring to that. And also, though, in doing that, the people are also exploring, well, how do they treat other people? How do they treat their environment? How they relate to their resources? How do they use their resources? So that's been, so far, that has been something that's really new for me. It has involved a lot of networking, which is very new for me. But I've actually quite enjoyed the networking and the opportunities that are arising. I'm also finding that people have known our sisters in Ireland over the years. And when I mention that I'm a sister of Sion, they're immediately asking, oh, do I know a certain sister? Or they mention the work that we do. And so they're very interested in reconnecting with us because we're back we've been out of Ireland for 2 years and we're back now. They're very interested in the work that we do. And they are particularly interested in how we read the Bible. They're interested the area or the gap that has been identified by many parish priests, but also by parishioners or people that I just meet at different meetings, is the whole area of how they grow into their adult faith, how people grow into their adult faith. And they're recognizing that there is a gap, that the Sisters of Sion fill in terms of the opportunities that we provide and give to people through our various programs throughout the world. But obviously then I'm using the resources and the richness of our programs and bringing that to a particular people in where I live and work. So that's a gap that's identified, and people are wanting us to fill that gap. In terms of the Jewish Christian work, then, I have had a hugely warm reception from the Council of Christians and Jews in Ireland. They are so happy to have a Sister of Sion back in Ireland that they can dialogue with, because they know immediately, I said, I'm a Sister of Sion, immediately, you must come, you must join us, and they are so open to dialogue. And one of the areas that we are beginning to look at is how do we dialogue amongst ourselves, even around issues that are maybe at the edge of the dialogue, where we can talk about similarities, but there's areas then that sometimes can be sort of risky for us or can feel a little bit threatening. And we, any of us involved in dialogue will know that even as much as we want to reach out, it brings up things for ourselves. And we have now begun to look in the Council of Christians and Jews in Dublin at the possibility of exploring further the things that we find challenging in dialogue, the things that we find easy, the things that we are unsure about, and we're beginning to voice maybe some fears around even having the dialogue at another level. So that for me has been really, really interesting. It's also a group that I would feel really easy about inviting other people to come and meet, so that even in the parish work, so that there's crossovers in all the ministries. So the Bible study will cross over into social justice very easily. It will also cross over into meeting the people involved in Jewish-Christian relations. And I think the people in the parishes will also bring a lot to the group in terms of the questions that they will have, because I've already experienced questions around Jewish-Christian relations and a curiosity around that. So I think there's only I have a sense of there's only a possibility of an even richer dialogue going forward. The other area is that the Jewish community are very open to welcoming people in Dublin in terms of people from other faiths. So obviously then it's a fantastic opportunity for people in the parishes of the Catholic parishes that I mainly work in, for them to meet the Jewish community, to maybe attend a service and get to know other people better. And maybe, not even maybe, but absolutely get to know their own faith, because I'm continually, through my engagement in Jewish-Christian relations, getting to know my own faith better. So I know that opportunity is waiting for people, and I get a very strong sense that people are open to